Jonathan Tannenwald is first. Go ahead, JT.
Thanks, Aaron. Hi, everybody. Jonathan Tannenwald of the Philadelphia Inquirer. Becky, this one's for you, and I suppose we might as well ask it up front and get it out of the way, which is, what do you see as your place on this national team depth chart right now with a lot of young center backs in the squad, and what have the conversations been like with Twyla and perhaps even with Matt Crocker, who's going to go hire a new coach, about what the present and future are? Thanks.
Yeah, I would say that my role on the team is the same that it's been for the last 13 years, is that I'm competing for a spot on the roster, and then I'm competing for minutes on the field. And that has not changed, and it won't change. And even with a new coach coming in, who I hope, will give me a chance, that's what I'm going to continue to do. And if I am not a starter, then I'm going to push the starters to be the best that they can be. And if I'm just not on the team, then there it is. But I'm definitely going to keep competing and hope that things go the right way for me.
Well said, Becky. Let's go to Jeff Kassouf.
Thanks. Thank you both for taking the time. Becky, I'm wondering, from maybe a team perspective, you've seen the different iterations of this team through the years, and this transition period is kind of relatively rare, I guess. And you mentioned sort of the new coach coming in. I'm just wondering, in big picture, kind of what you think maybe in this moment, the team needs from a player perspective, from that person of some of the most important things that are needed right now.
That's a really good question. I think a new coach coming in, would be very wise to keep what makes this team great important. And so you think about mentality, you think about how great we are in transition moments, how great we are on set pieces. I think those things need to be consistent. And then I think with a new coach coming in, what they bring to our table is going to be the most important thing. So how they want us to play their tactics, and then being able to apply it and teach us in a way that we can then execute it on the field. And so what's exciting about a new coach is new ideas, new ways of playing the game. And so I'm really excited to see who this person is going to be and what they want our team to look like and how they're able to tell us how to do that.
Let's go to Andrew Jones. Go ahead, Andrew.
Thank you, Aaron. As always, first for Naomi, congrats on NWSL Shield in terms of the regular season award winning. Definitely, we're going to get to that for sure, Becky, about that. And speaking of decision day, or at least the final day of the regular season, there's been a fun conversation about the labeling of the final day of the NWSL season. Naomi, do you have any thoughts of any name that you want to think of there for the decision day? And Becky, I want to ask you if you saw your teammate, Christine Sinclair, if you happened to see after her announcement on Friday that she actually had blocked the women's national team page. Did you see that, and your whole thoughts about that? So Naomi, for you first, if you have any.
First of all, Andrew, you're asking if she likes the term decision day. If she doesn't, yes. If she has a better name.
Yes, okay. She has something about that there.
That's a lot of pressure
to
name a whole day.
I know. I'll have to think on it. But I think Decision Day brought a lot of exciting action, a lot of great games. And I think the fact that it was all happening at the same time was exciting, and it happens in a lot of leagues around the world. So I hope we keep that for the final game of the regular season, and I'll get back to you on a name.
And about Sinky, I wouldn't be shocked if she had us blocked from the 2012 Olympics, to be honest. I mean, talk about someone that hates our team. It is Christine Sinclair. So, I really think after that 2012 semifinal match is probably when we got blocked. But it was a really nice tribute from the U.S. media handle. So it was nice. If she saw it. I don't even know if she saw it.
Let's hope she saw it.
That was funny.
It was sincere. Henry Bushnell, go ahead.
Thanks, Aaron, and thanks, Naomi and Becky, for doing this. It's kind of a short question for both of you. Maybe Naomi can start if I have to choose. How involved have you guys as players been in the coaching search? And, if you have been involved, in what ways?
I haven't been involved. I think for us, the past two camps, the focus has been coming together as a group and getting good results against two top opponents. So I think now that's our focus going into this camp. And yeah, I personally haven't been involved in that process.
I have been involved a little bit, but just kind of updated periodically about like where they are in the process. So I don't know names of candidates or anything like that, but I was aware of when candidates were being flown in for interviews and that sort of thing, and knowing that we're getting close, and I think that they've got a few candidates that they're very excited about. But for the most part, it's just been process and knowing where we are in the process.
Got it. Thank you.
Thanks, Henry. Let's go to Tamara Griffin. Go ahead.
Hi, Naomi. Hi, Becky. I want to ask about leadership and timelessness. That's something that I think you both share, both of those elements. Positionally, that is such a huge responsibility for both of you. And I'm wondering if, Naomi, you can talk about what you've learned from Becky in your time together on the national team when it comes to leadership. And if, Becky, you can do the same for Naomi.
Well, I have a lot for Becky. I think even just her answer earlier strikes me as just always putting the team first, and nothing's given, always competing for that spot. And I think when you have a leader who does that and kind of sets that as a standard, then everyone else falls in line and understands that we're here to make the team better. And if you're starting, you're here to help the team win. And if you're not, you're here to make the starters better and do whatever you can to help the team get better. So I just think that mentality, starting from the top and being trickled down without the team or throughout the team, is something that Becky does really well and something that I admire.
I would say with Nay that it is just a constant reminder that age is nothing but a number. Like if you just get soccer and you get leadership, it doesn't matter if you've got 10 caps or 210 caps, like you're respected and you have a responsibility to share what you bring to the table, and that everyone needs to be open to receiving that. And I think Nay, like from the first day of the first camp, was a professional, was just a classy player on and off the field, just a great person. And so it's great to know that with the age difference that we have, that I have learned from her, and it's great to know that you actually think you have learned from me. But when people just get it, they get it, and it should be right away well received and appreciated and valued. And Nay is so valued, and I'm so glad to see that not only with the team, but globally, you can just see that people really respect what she brings.
Thanks, Becky.
Let's go to Rachel Bachman. Go ahead, Rach. Hold on. Now go. There
you guys hear me?
Yep.
You hear me? Okay. Thanks for doing this. This is for either or both of you. Do you have any specific preferences in terms of whether the next coach should be female, should be American, anything like that?
I have no preference. I have been around long enough that I think I've probably experienced all of that. And so, yeah, I'm just excited for whoever this person is to bring just their sense of soccer into this environment and to get the best out of this group.
I agree. I don't have a preference either.
Let's go to Alex Ozzie. Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, Becky and Naomi, thank you so much for taking the time. Kind of a silly question. Was curious about jersey numbers. Naomi, I know you wore number 4 during the World Cup. Did you have to fight Becky for it when she came back?
No, Becky just takes it back. It was no fight. I asked to wear it during the World Cup.
It was actually really sweet. I got this like wonderful text message from her, and really you didn't need to ask because you needed to wear a number that was 1 through 23. Yeah, so it was just like a really sweet gesture, and I was like, of course, we rent the jersey number. It's not mine. It's not Nay's. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. You just have it for as long as you can, and then it goes to the next person, and that's the cycle of life.
Yeah, but Becky is number 4, to be clear.
And Carla Overbeck used to be number 4.
Carla Overbeck. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. That was really nice of her to text them.
Oh, so sweet. Yeah, it was really sweet.
Let's see. We've got a few more here. Jeff Carlisle. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Aaron. Hello, Naomi and Becky. Question for you both. To what degree is it awkward playing under an interim manager? Especially knowing that at least the goal from the Federation standpoint is to have a permanent head coach in place in less than 2 months. I mean, to what degree is that awkward at all?
I don't feel like it's been awkward. I think it was kind of natural with Twyla already being a part of our staff and a decent amount of our staff still staying. So I think the transition has been natural, and I think it's been clear to the group that this is to build to the Olympics. And I think that messaging has kind of made it all flow well. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good transition for us into our head coach, whoever they will be when it's announced. But yeah, I don't think it's been awkward, and I think the staff has done a good job of making sure that we are moving forward and we're not just kind of in a waiting period.
And that's my answer as well.
Well said.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. We got Carrie Anderson. Go ahead.
Great, yeah. Thanks y'all for taking the time to talk to us. I have two quick questions. One is about in terms of the NWSL playoffs, how are y'all kind of dealing with having this international break right in the middle of the playoffs and right before you move on to the semifinals? And then my second question is more for Naomi specifically. Like, I'm wondering how it feels to have Becky back in the back line, especially after a World Cup where there were not very many center backs on the roster.
You want the first one?
Yeah, I would just say it's happened before where you're in the midst of playoffs and then you go off to a FIFA window. So it's just kind of something you get used to. It is a little unfortunate though, because you really do want to be in both places. You want to be preparing. I want to be preparing with Portland in order to get ready for Gotham. But you also want to be here, obviously. And so you just have to focus on where you are at the time. And so when I'm with the women's national team, I'm with them. And when I'm with Portland, I'm with them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And as far as having Becky back, it's been great. I think we just miss like her leadership and her presence on the back line. And for me personally, getting to play next to you is always great. So yeah, it's definitely great to have her back.
Andrew, did you have another one? You did? Okay, go. Yep. Last one goes to Andrew Jones. Go ahead, Andrew.
Thank you, Aaron. Just real quick, just want to ask Naomi, how has it been with Jaden Shaw and the whole time with San Diego? For you, Becky, how has it been with Olivia Moultrie in your time? And also for you, Becky, if you had any fun thoughts about how the commercial with Megan Rapinoe with the song for Nike, how that went, and just your reaction towards how fun that was.
What song?
Is it like the All-American?
Yeah, like you mean
I missed
you mean
that.
her cartoon?
It's like Megan
Yeah.
Rapinoe.
Did you?
Oh, is she like an anime character in it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was sick. Yeah.
And
Big
the song
fan.
is good.
Yeah. Big fan of that. I don't give Nike a lot of props on things, but like that was a pretty cool commercial. And and then with Liv, like I've played with her now for I think 3 years with Portland, and she's always been very clear that her aspiration is to be on the women's national team, and so it's really great to see that her run of play in Portland has allowed her this call up, well earned in my opinion, and so I'm just really excited for her because it's great to see someone get to realize their dream and get to touch it, and so it's really great to see that.
Naomi
Yeah.
on Jaden?
Yeah, I think from Jaden coming in last year to now, she's just developed and grown so much, and I think she just set the record for most goals as a teenager in NWSL. So yeah, I'm really proud of her, and I think what's exciting for both players is that they're just reaching like the tip of their potential. There's still so much more for them. So yeah, I'm just really happy for her, and I think her attitude has been great, and yeah, I'm excited to see her now get a chance with the national team.